This is BBC World News. I'm Karen Giannoni. Our top stories. Reports of explosions in the Ukrainian capital as Vladimir Putin announces a special military operation in Ukraine.
Whoever tries to interfere with us or threaten our country should know that Russia's response will be immediate and lead to such consequences that have never been experienced in history.
Which represents a much bigger land grab. We've just heard a siren go off for the first time. We haven't heard that.
Air raid sirens ring out in the Ukrainian capital as authorities declare martial law. The United Nations Security Council holds an emergency meeting on the crisis, with the Secretary-General making a direct plea to the Russian leader.
In the name of humanity, do not allow to start in Europe what could be the worst war since the beginning of the century.
The escalation comes as Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky makes a desperate appeal to the people of Russia.
It must be stopped. It's not too late, and if the leadership of Russia doesn't want to sit at a table with us for the sake of peace, maybe it will sit at the table with you.
Hello and welcome to BBC World News. It's finally happened. In defiance of pleas for peace from around the world and the threat of severe economic sanctions, Russia has launched a major military assault against Ukraine. President Vladimir Putin announced the operation in a televised address in the early hours of the morning. He urged the Ukrainian army to give up its weapons and warned that any powers that try to intervene would face retaliation. Targets across Ukraine have been struck by cruise and ballistic missiles, including airports and military headquarters. Loud explosions have been heard in Kiev and other cities. There's been heavy rocket and artillery fire along the border with Russia and the front line with separatists in the Donbass. Ukraine says Russian armoured columns have entered the country from multiple directions, including from occupied Crimea and from Belarus to the north. Missile strikes and explosions have been reported in Kiev and other Ukrainian cities as the Russian assault began.